I'm always worried. It's cold. It's not cold. It's a beautiful day. I'm not complaining, but the air is cold. There's a number of changes to a lot of these stables, and this is the stuff that has kept me up late at night. Is one, making the decisions to sell some of these horses, and two, trying to juggle what's about to happen. Right? What's happening, you just have to deal with it because it's right there in front of you. What's about to happen, you can change, and I'm trying to ensure we make the right decisions moving forward. Trying to talk to, whether it be Jason's barn, when do you want to go? What do you want your stable to look like? What horses do you want to take? The two that are resting, we're going to keep them here and then send them over later. Do you want them right away? Do you want us to train them down a little bit? These are fairly substantial decisions, and you factor in Tim's own barn. What are we going to do with the PA horses moving forward? Which ones are going? How long are they staying? Are they staying there forever? This is stuff that's continuously, it's very fluid, right? And the pandemic made it extremely fluid. But it'll get better, right? You just have to, it's like anything else. I tell people the chore of running the stable, first off, is always will be the greatest thing, aside from getting married and having kids, the greatest thing I've ever done, being exposed to very, very kind and great people. But the biggest challenge is like cleaning a lot of stalls. When I was a caretaker, there'd be, say you had a barn of 30 horses and somebody doesn't come in. You can sit at the door and come, and a very good friend of mine had always said this: just put your head down and work. Quit whining about it. Spend 5 minutes whining about it. That's a stall you could have done. And that's really what it comes down to, is that no matter what is thrown my way, sure, I might bellyache a bit about it under my breath, or it might keep me up late at night, but it gets done, because that's what we have to do to move forward. Get shit done, move forward, rinse and repeat. And that's really all you can do. I can give you a number of flashy analogies, but really the nuts and bolts of it is that. Get it done. So, Jason's barn. A lot of changes going to happen in Jason's barn over the next month. An early exit into the United States of America. Entry, I guess, into the United States of America. Back over to Northfield Park for the summer. What does that mean for him? What does the barn look like? Who's going first? The sophomores will be heading out. So we'll start. A.L. Sun won't be going to Northfield Park. She's going to stay here. I want her racing at Mohawk. When we talk about the future of our broodmare band, this is an extremely well-bred mare. I'd like to get a mark at 55 on her. I think she got a mark at 57. I'd like to get a mark at 55 on her and put 50, 60, 70,000 on her card and have a good year with her, because I think she is a pretty decent filly. So A.L. Sun is going to stay here. What barn is she going to be in? To be determined. I don't know yet, but we will find out. Gray is the New Red heading over. GW Chrome, they're heading over, and I talked about them earlier. So I guess best information to start with is that, plus when are they racing? A.L. Sun should be racing in 2 weeks. Gray is the New Red will be ready to go mid-March, early part, maybe like the 10th of March. I'm a Lovely Lady, GW Chrome, Mama Knows Best. All those horses are on the same boat, same timeline. Now, timeline has changed a little bit for Miss Meringue and Rose Run. Why not? Those two fillies, 3 weeks stall rest, 3 weeks in the pool. Remember we talked about this. They will be ready to go a little bit later on. My Jazz is in the first group. She'll be ready to go right away. I saw her train here the other day. Man, I don't know. I don't think she'll need the hobbles, which isn't that shocking. I'm a Lovely Lady trained great. She may not need the hobbles. George, GW Chrome may not need the hobbles. All these horses look good training. Perfect Record likely won't be going with Jason to Ohio. Why would he? I guess he'd be closer to New Jersey, but why would he bother? We'll probably race him here. Now, if he's not getting around the smaller track, the Meadows is an option for that guy. Let's just take it one step at a time with Perfect Record. Train yesterday at 2.7 at Mohawk. I trained him a quarter to make sure the hobbles and everything were on right. Friday, before he went over. Wait, no, he trained Friday. The day before he went over, I trained him a quarter with 31 seconds. I thought he was good around this track, so there's no reason in my mind why he can't get around Flamborough or London. We'll see how that pans out over the next 2.5 weeks. Rose Run Why Not, as I said, in the stall for another week, and then in the pool. That's my girl. I don't think she'll go with Jason, but I can't say that for certain. Kind of sucks shipping her home from Ohio to take her back to Ohio. But I guess there was nothing you could do until then. I don't think she'll go right away. Just leave that with me. I wouldn't say that's set in stone. Leave that with me. We'll make that decision in the next couple of weeks. Twinbee Habanero obviously is not going with Jason. He's down at Jason's barn right now. We were full up in the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds with horses coming back in the top barn. Jason's caretakers needed a horse when a couple of them left. Twinbee Hebenar was just jogging, going very slow miles for the next 2-3 weeks. Made sense, send him down there. Jason trained him twice last week, 250 and 248. Thought the horse looked good. Good spot for him for right now. Well and Down will be going with Jason. She looked great training. Came a half and 4 the other day. So we trained them all a mile and a half. I would say 20, 13, 104. She looked really, really good. She's close also. First part of March, she'll be ready to rock. So that's Jason's barn. Again, I apologize if I miss a horse or a mistake or jump over a name by accident. Just, there's a lot going on up here right now, and doing the best I can. So I will be back in a minute with Mario's barn.